What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. Hope you're having a freaking fantastic day. Let's get right into it, though. You thought I was at a hockey game last night? Wrong. Maybe I was at a hockey game, and maybe it was Pride Night, and I had no idea.
I'm gonna come.
Best night of my freaking life. I had no idea Pride could be so much fun. Pride and hockey goes together like sour cream and potatoes. These are just the facts, folks. I received a copy of the Epstein files. Yeah, me. Everyone's freaking out. I can't believe these influencers got a copy. Yeah, well, I'm one of them. So what? You guys are a bunch of jelly houses? Trump chose me. I have millions of followers everywhere. Everyone knows this. I'm a household name. People talk about this show all the time. That's just the truth. We're going to dive in head first in the Epstein files, though. Okay, maybe I didn't get any of the files. Okay, maybe I'm just a little jelly. Maybe some of the names that got some of these files, I'm absolutely perplexed of how they are on the list, but that's just a part of me. A lot of glorified reposters getting the Jeffrey Epstein files and then taking a photo op. That wasn't a photo op. That totally was a photo op, but well, I digress. I'm not on the Epstein files, guys. Don't worry. I would know better. Derek, are you on the list? I'm not on the list. Not currently. Not on phase one. Okay, I'm not done. Though, don't even joke about that. Don't even joke about being on the list or not. You better tell me if you're on the. I'm not on the freaking list. You think a guy that lives in a 1-bedroom apartment is on the Epstein list? No chance, dude. No chance. No, I'm not on the Epstein list. Sorry to break it to you guys. I didn't make the cut. I've never been invited to the plane, and I wouldn't. God, I would be the first one. Look, nobody would invite me on the Epstein flight logs. No one would invite me into the list of Epstein circles. I would be the first one to snitch on everyone. I'd be like, Derek, can you keep this a secret? No chance. You think I'm going to keep it a secret? I'm a ginger. I can't help it. I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the gossip. Let's talk about the tea. Tonight, we're diving into the headfirst. We're diving headfirst into the scandal, though. I have everything. I have the full breakdown. I have everything that transpired over the last few weeks, and then everything that dropped in today. Today was one of the most insane rollouts of the Krakens I've ever seen. I feel like I was watching the election stuff all over again, where it was just like, the real Kraken is being dropped tonight. We're going to finally drop the real stuff, and people are going to be absolutely insanely impressed that we're doing it. I've been waiting for this list. This list needs to be dropped. This is one of the most insane cover-ups in our American history I've ever seen in my life. In our time. A time that we were all alive for. That if you're in this chat, you were alive during Epstein. This is not like RFK Jr. or RFK. Derek is one of the victims. No, Disco Puss, I'm not one of the victims. I don't have good thumbs. I'm not good for the massaging. I get tired quickly. Just ask my wife.
I'm gonna come.
Derek is the only right-wing extremist list. Yeah, I made the list. Maybe a masseuse. But look, here's what we know so far. Stage 1 was dropped today to MAGA influencers. Only a select few. And I think that's the most incredible thing for me. It wasn't just like every MAGA influencer out there. It wasn't every right-wing influencer. Tim Pool didn't even make the list. Should have been taking all that Russia money. I'm just kidding. It's very interesting to see who dropped the list, and we have all of them. And it's very interesting to see what they did with the list, and it's very interesting to see what actually came out. Now, this is what kind of all dropped down today. I mean, just a few days ago, we had Pam Bondi saying, look, I have the Epstein files, they're on my desk. And everyone went, holy shit.
You know, I saw your appearance at CPAC with Ben and with Ted Cruz, and one of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
The Epstein files are sitting on your desk to review. Now, were they all the Epstein files It's being reported right now that Pam Bondi is being undermined by FBI agents everywhere, and she's only been giving like 200 pages. Now, a scandal of this magnitude, there would be no way in hell there would be only 200 pages. There would be thousands upon thousands upon thousands, forever amount of freaking pages. So what did she actually mean when she said, yeah, the Epstein files are on my desk right now? What did she actually mean? And then we found out last night that some of these FBI agents are undermining her on Jesse Waters' prime time.
You said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
Show us your files. We know it's code for something else, your toes.
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick.
Okay, tell us.
200 victims. 200.
Tell us.
So we have well over 250 actually.
Okay.
So we have to make sure that their identity is protected.
Yeah, sure.
And
of course.
Their personal information.
Yeah,
but other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims.
Okay, here we go.
Other than that, I think tomorrow,
Which
Jesse,
is today.
breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released.
Pam Bondi tells everyone that you're going to see Epstein information being released. So everyone got pumped. Rich guys were like, I need a step black ginger with some innocence to violate. Come on, Disco, you're sick, dude. You need some help. We were all thinking, you were like me, and I was like you. We're finally going to get these Epstein files. We're finally going to get down to the bottom of this. Now I have the secret files. And I'm going to release it later in the show. But we were all excited. We were going to find out what was in these files. I mean, she said, the files are on my desk. Get pumped. Guys, get pumped. We should have been having Epstein file parties all day today, but we didn't. Why? Well, we found out later this morning that apparently Pam Bondi says the FBI is withholding FBI documents relating to Epstein today. Now, it's very heavily linked to the New York Special Division in New York. And a leaked letter that was dated today says, before you came into office, Dear Patel, before you came into office, Dear Patel, before you came into office, I requested full and complete files to the Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this response, I received approximately 200 pages. Now, this is what we got today, the 200 pages. The 200 freaking pages. Derek, we need a gif of Steve Martin of you and the jerk running. Dude, Z from Oklahoma, I've literally thought about that. I've been born a poor black step ginger. I've been actually thinking about doing that. I'm glad we're thinking alike. Where's the Jeff K files coming out? I don't know. Somebody walked by and stole them off the desk. Yeah, exactly. Check those voicemails. We'll do on Friday. JFK didn't kill himself. No, he didn't. What's crazy is that, so apparently some of the files are being withheld. And this person came out and said, this is like a whistleblower. I repeatedly questioned over, this was the full set of the documents response to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received full documents late yesterday. I learned from a source that the FBI office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the FBI investigation and indictment of Epstein. Now, what actually transpired is apparently not all these documents have been taken out yet. Now, what I believe is actually happening in New York as we currently speak is they're getting rid of all these files. There's no way. There's no way something this big is being withheld. What is Kash Patel doing? He should be in New York right now, losing his mind and screaming at everybody there. Same with Pam Bondi. So the fact that nothing is happening makes me curious. It just digs the conspiracy even more. If we don't find out what actually went down with Epstein, it's going to drive all of us nuts. And they're going to lose all trust. We're not going to trust them at all. Today makes a good argument for anarchy. Yeah, okay, Match a Million. I almost agree with you on that. This is like a black pill moment for many, because many people are just losing trust in our government institutions, and that includes the Trump administration. Now, I think a lot of us like to get our fix immediately, so some of us need to take a deep breath. And I'm one of those people too. I'm one of those people as well. I'm one of those people that's like, just release the files. Well, I want to figure out what's going on, what's actually happening. Just tell us already. And they're like, well, we want to make sure these criminals don't leave the country if we drop the list. Are you serious? If you're a criminal on this list, you're already gone. There's no way you're sticking around to find out if the Trump administration is going to drop something, which they've said they're going to drop over and over again. It's just not going to happen. Oh, there he is, Larry O'Shea, skipping through the clover fields in his chalet. Don't go through tripping in barley snow. McGinnis, new boys. Thanks, Rob Mack. The thing is, here's where it gets weird on this whistleblower. So apparently tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., all the files are going to be dropped. So we have to wait another day. So this is seriously. I feel like we're watching like Mike Lindell's the election stuff all over again. It's like, we're going to figure it out. The Kraken is coming. Get excited. It feels like some kind of media rollout where we're waiting on this new shoe to drop for Nike. We're all pumped up about this new Jordan being dropped. And we're just like, when are we going to get it? It's coming out tomorrow. You get a preview of it today. And I mean, Tim Pool this morning went on a rant about how FBI agents are undermining Pam Bondi. And here's a little taste of it.
I'm going to say it. I believe the FBI has gone rogue. We have been provided a letter from an unnamed source, and it appears that elements of the federal government are intentionally hiding the Epstein documents to prevent them from being released.
Exactly. And we all knew this was going to happen. I mean, this Epstein thing goes deep. What we actually found out, again, from this new recent drop is that, wait for it, drum roll, please. Jeffrey Epstein is an FBI informant. Oh, no, really? That's a big one. That's a big one. And then Kash Patel dropped this tweet today, and then he immediately deleted the tweet, which made everyone freak out. But then he just re-uploaded the tweet and took out only a few words, so it's not that big of a deal. Everybody relax about this. Rogue, you say? Yeah. New York FBI agents gone rogue. Kash Patel writes this tweet saying, the FBI is entering a new era. One that will be defined by integrity, accountability, and unwavering pursuit of justice. There will be no cover-ups, no missing documents. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are we sure there'll be no missing documents? No stone left unturned, and anyone from the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued, which I hope so. Good. Go after these idiots. If there are gaps, we will find them. If records have been hidden, we will uncover them. We will look, he just goes on to say, we're going to do everything that we can to bring justice and find out all the real information. Now, this is what I wanted the Epstein files to be dropped today. This is how I envisioned it to be dropped, and maybe it's just me. One of my favorite movies of all time, Mean Girls, yes. This is, could you imagine if Epstein files were just plastered all over high schools everywhere? And then MAGA influencers went wild. It's mine. No, it's mine. I want to grift off of it. No, I want to grift off of it. It's mine. Give me those Epstein files now. But here's what actually really went down was something like from Nathan For You, one of my favorite shows of all time. One of the cringiest shows, but if you've never seen Nathan For You, I suggest taking an entire weekend and watching it. But this is how today actually went down.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
We didn't receive anything. And I feel like this is what the FBI was saying to us tonight, was literally this. It. The documents are mine. You shall not pass. You shall not have the real documents that actually incriminate people. You shall only have documents in which have already been released. But the funniest thing, too, is some of these things that were released today have already been files that have been released, but they were just redacted. Like, it's just so stupid. We live in such a crazy time. But here's the weirdest part of this whole rollout. Now, the rollout today is something to be studied. The rollout today is something to be studied by all PR firms everywhere. How this went down is absolutely ridiculous. It's sad, it's depressing, and it's not something you would think somebody that's a showman like Trump would understand how we should drop it. But they called in all these influencers to come in and obviously have a meeting, and it seemingly seems like they all have been told what to say and how to speak about this information, because there were even some people that were just copying and pasting the same tweets. Now, that should make everybody's antenna go up, and we're going to break down what actually happened. But even our own press secretary, Caroline Levitt, wrote in, "Great meeting today with some influential social media content creators. These folks have large followings." I'm too old to believe words anymore. Actions only. I'm the same way, Disco. I'm the same way. There's too much talking. There's too much talking in politics. So much of politics is just about talking, and it gets so obnoxious to be a part of it. I just love that. These folks have larger followings than most mainstream media reporters. So what? You hand selected these media content creators, and that's fine. Just come out with it. Just tell us. We picked all our favorite content creators. The media landscape has changed. We are fully embracing here at the Trump White House. Now, this is where things went funny for me. So some of the best influencers, like at least we have some gingers in the room, representing, gingers repping. Look at this little round table of just goodies. Pick your favorite influencer. Lots of blondes. And a cowboy hat. So some of the influencers that got picked up today were people like Jack Posobiec. Jack Posobiec, who is one of my favorite influencers. I don't know why he obsesses to do that weird thing with his eyes where he goes. It's like the sexy rock pose.
I'm gonna come.
Jack, you're so cute. I love it. You look so adorbs in your little eyebrows. They didn't select Derek for a file. Definitely sus. Yeah, exactly. I like, so I've been watching some of these influencers react to this, and they're all pretending like they're not jealous, like these bigger influencers, but there's got to be a certain level of jelly that they're not a part of it. And more importantly, Laura Loomer is pissed about it. And when you make that girl mad, she will go haywire on you. Heard the influencers were there for another meeting, didn't expect any Epstein info. Is that true? I thought so we do have some breakdown of everything that went down. But so he retweeted some of these things, Epstein files and all that kind of stuff. But he also posted this. AG Pam Bondi and the FBI director Kash are heroes, which I agree. I mean, they're heroes, but let's just be honest. I want more. Daddy wants more. This is the most transparent administration in history with President Trump at the helm. It's really rich coming from somebody that got invited to a secret meeting for the secret Epstein files. This is so much transparency. I was also invited and you weren't. And I was giving a lot of transparency. And then libs at TikTok were invited. To be honest, I don't know why she's invited. She's one of the weirdest parts of this whole story of getting the Epstein files. She is one of the weirdest. Okay, I like this account. I love this account, but she is just a reposter. She doesn't say anything. She's not a talker. She's not a podcaster. She just reposts stuff. I guess maybe that's a good thing for somebody to have a bunch of files to just repost stuff. But you got famous for reposting and making fun of liberals. I mean, cool. And then we have Mike Cernovich, who I enjoy a lot of his content. He got invited, and I know he's been big about the Epstein files for a long time, which is great to see. Liz Wheeler was a part of it. Emily Austin, noticing a trend, women, little blondies. Chad Prather. I love me a cowboy with a podcast. Chad Prather. Alex, who I think is somebody that works with Benny Johnson. I'm not totally sure. But just, very prominent people. DC Drano. And Savannah Hernandez actually breaks down what actually happened. And it's important to see this in full context.
Hey guys, this is Savannah Hernandez in front of the White House with, yes, one of those Epstein file binders.
The funniest thing about this whole drop is that these little binders are so cringy to me. It's like you got a little binder. It's like your little 8th grade book fair report. It's got this nice binder and it's white. It's got some super sweet files on it. It says classified on the front. Classified. Everything is going to be dropped later today. Do you know what Steve Bannon? Do you know that Steve Bannon was a Hollywood producer? And if you know, most of these people are in Bannon's circle. He is now producing political theater. I didn't know that about Steve Bannon. I enjoy a lot of Steve Bannon. Do you know you're not a fan of Steve Bannon, Massive West? But here's Hernandez talking about this.
Hey guys, this is Savannah Hernandez in front of the White House with, yes, one of those Epstein file binders. Now, I want to clear something up immediately and state that nobody from the Trump admin gave us these binders and said, you guys are going to be the ones responsible for disseminating this information.
Then why did you come? Look, there's this weird cope going on with these creators that got all these files right now that's like, we didn't have a photo op. Nobody said that we were supposed to say these things. We were just all hand selected and brought into a secret meeting about this before we all came out with these files. These files were going to be... Look, these files are live right now that you can find any one of them. You can find all the files that they were given to these people. Why were they invited? Why were you guys invited to this meeting? What was the point? Was it... And I'm just going to guess. Okay? Somebody who is just looking from the outside in. Somebody who has a step black, conservative, right-wing, left-hard perspective. I'm just going to guess. Was it because of messaging? Church chat. Were you there because of messaging? Why were you there? Why did you get your little secret binders that were going to be dropped later today? Just a question. I'm just asking questions. I don't know the full facts. I do wonder, some of these huge, big influencers like Crowder or Tim Pool, if they were invited, and if they weren't invited, or like Ben Shapiro, and if they weren't invited, how mad these people are. I'm the biggest conservative and you didn't invite me. You gotta know these people are pissed because a lot of these influencers have a little bit of narcissism deep down inside. Derek, you need the files. We got the files, my friend. Who is she? She's Savannah Hernandez. Was it because of Satan? Wait. Could it be because of Satan? Okay, let's keep listening.
Of those Epstein file binders. Now, I want to clear something up immediately and state that nobody from the Trump admin gave us these binders and said, you guys are going to be the ones responsible for disseminating this information. They actually told us that there's going to be a press conference at any moment now, most likely this afternoon, in which all of the information in this binder is made available to the American public. Now, Pam this morning stated to us that some of the information in here is already public, and she doesn't really feel that any of this information is a smoking gun.
And that's what it is right there, folks. This rollout, this Kraken update, this insane information that was dropped, that was given to prominent influencers that were brought in for a secret, super secretive meeting. We're super secretive tithe, and just happened to have a super secretive photo op that turned into a super organic and in-your-face moment. Is information we already have. It's so bad. It's so bad. This whole thing is bad, okay? Pam Bondi, if you're being undermined by the FBI in New York, just wait. We can wait. Just let us simmer. Let us get angry. Drop the Epstein files. Let those just go. This little Kraken rollout that had absolutely nothing, it makes things worse. It's not a good vibe, honey. It's no good. It's no bueno. Good thing I wasn't chosen. I'd be listing that on eBay immediately. Oh, that's a good shout out. eBay, Craigslist. I'll be putting it on here. If anybody wants the super secret classified files that I got that you can't have, even though it's publicly available at the moment, but I have a super awesome book that we were all given by Kathleen Lovett. The idea that this is in phases is patently ridiculous. I completely agree. I completely agree. It's so cringy that it's in phases. It's like phase 1, files you already have. Phase 2, well, you'll wait tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Which we do a show before that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's going to take more time, more to be revealed. I hope so. But my black-pilled feeling is that all the files are being taken care of right now as we speak, and there'll be a whole nothing burger. We'll see though. Well, excuse me.
The big story here is Pam writing a letter to Kash Patel asking him to investigate why the FBI has stopped the release of other portions of the Epstein files. So that is what is currently going on, and I wanted to come out as a journalist as well and state that, again, we are not responsible for deciding what does or does not come out. All of the information in this binder will be made public. Pam Bondi herself stated that she wants all of the Epstein files to be made public to the American people, not just to influencers or independent.
Now, people are speculating that this whole thing is a cover-up to make Pam Bondi look good. Time will tell on that one. Mansell West political theater. As somebody who enjoys political theater, just because I know most of it's BS, I just want you to know that too, guys. That is always my position for a lot of these conservative, right-wing, left-wing. A lot of it is political theater. This idea that our side or the right-wing influencers aren't part of political theater is absolutely ridiculous. There's been a reason why media companies have made so much money off of your emotions. This phase 1 is being dropped. Okay, we'll see. Between Patel, Haba, and Bondi, you think we could get some real information, am I right? We'll see. We'll see. I think like if we don't get real information, Patel and Pam Bondi will have their names tarnished for a long time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, or it just shows how deep the deep state really is. And it goes deep. Midterms will have a big drop. Yeah, well, midterms, technically, historically, Republicans will probably not look good in the midterms, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You never know.
Independent journalist.
She's pretty.
But that in itself has been a process. Now, one of the reasons why I have this is because the Trump admin right now is making a big push for not only transparency, but being welcoming to independent journalists who might have been looked down on, ignored, or even censored over the last 4 years. This administration is making a big push right now to allow American people to come into the Oval Office, to come into the White House and directly talk to the president, the vice president, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi.
Okay, so she just goes on with this little mission to say that everything was fine. Now, the biggest thing for me, the biggest cringe factor of this entire Kraken being dropped was that the House Judiciary GOP posted this tweet doing hashtag breaking Epstein files released, and then they did a little link, and the link goes to the Rick Roll song. This song. Republicans making light of this, that is something I do. Okay, that's me being silly. I'm just some psychotic individual who enjoys politics for funsies, who puts on a show for just sick individuals like you and me that enjoy sound effects every once in a while.
I'm gonna come.
This is like literally cringe to the 10th degree. That the House Judiciary GOP would take a very serious issue of human trafficking with minors, with major implications to global leaders everywhere, and would just post a Rick Roll video to the freaking YouTube channel. Now, maybe what they're saying is that this was a whole nothing burger and it was just a big joke, but it's still not a good vibe, guys. I get memeing, but some people aren't meant to be memeing. Some of us need to take our lives and our jobs and things that are going on in our life seriously. That's why you would never see me in a very serious role. It's just not something I am equipped to do. I can't help it. The Rick roll was a metaphor. Never gonna give you up. Don't you understand the message? Yeah, exactly. If we were just to dissect the lyrics of Never Gonna Give You Up, we could actually find out what they were trying to tell us. They were telling us everything. Gene Hackman is all was an AI hit to shut off the gas pot. Dude, that Gene Hackman stuff is very interesting. Now that we're all deflated and hopeless, says Z. Now that we're all deflated and hopeless, she releases everything tomorrow and we find out Elvis is alive and we've been living on Epstein Island the whole time? Yeah, exactly. Wait a minute. Am I Jeffrey Epstein? You're gonna see Democrats everywhere doing that video. I'm Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm Jeffrey Epstein. We're all Jeffrey Epstein. We're all guilty of Jeffrey Epstein crimes. Derek even rejects it doesn't have the truth. Yeah, no way. It does. The Watchmen stock up on beans. That was Elon posting the Rickroll bet. Well, it was the House Judiciary, and conservatives are mad, like Xavier. This just pisses me off. We're sitting here waiting for names of responsible elitist child sex trafficking, and you take this as an opportunity for a sick joke? The way off. And even Matt Walsh, this is an official X account for the House Judiciary Committee. And this is what I agree with. Like, stop giving these leftards ammo to make you look dumb. Let the leftards and the people on the left look dumb on their own. This is an official X account for the House Judiciary Committee using the Epstein files as an occasion for a corny Rickroll joke. Just a stunning lack of judgment by the people responsible for this account. Truly mind-boggling. Who is behind this account? Is it Big Balls? Is it Big Balls? I mean, who is behind this account? I mean, the fact that this is an official, account and they're posting this kind of cringe is just, it's just so cringy to me. I can't help it. I can't help it. Don't be cringe, or else I have to go after you. And you don't want me coming after you, dude. You don't want me coming. The Derek O'Shea Zima Brigade Army we're sick. We're sick in the head. We need help. Sorry, I keep getting typos. The channel redacted only to get redacted report. Biggest dickus. But here's like the cringiest part for me. So MAGA influencers were invited to the White House and were given the super secret report that was eventually released to the public, but we don't know why they got the super secret report. And then this photo op happened. Now, whether this photo op happened by accident, because the photographers were there, because the Keir Starmer was there, the UK Prime Minister was there, or if it was exactly what you think it is. Now, some of these faces of these people, like Libs of TikTok, my girl right there, great reposting champion, is just smiling about child sex trafficking. We're owning the Libs. It's so ridiculous, you can't help but laugh about it. I mean, and then you have Liz Wheeler just smiling. And then we have my man right here, Mr. Scott Pressler, smiling as well. And there's like this weird cope right now by all these influencers. They're like, it wasn't a photo op. It wasn't a photo op. And then you have like people like Liz Wheeler doing like I just received my diploma picture. Nothing happens by accident when it comes to politics. I completely agree. Especially, I mean, if someone was to tell me that wasn't a photo op, but then they do these little photos right here, like Liz Wheeler doing this little photo. This is literally when I got my master's degree. Mom, I passed. I passed. Yeah, no, seriously, I passed. I got my degree. Picture to prove it. Date right there so everyone knows. That's a wig. It kind of looks like one, doesn't it? Where do I get the Liz Wheeler wig? Where do I get that wig? Now, I'm not saying this was a photo op opportunity, but, taking a selfie with it is a little cringy to me. My favorite, too, is that people are just, mad about it. And then Mike Cernovich says like this. He's like, there was no photo op. You fucking Muppets. Keir Starmer was in town. There was a huge wall of photographers lined up outside the West Wing, expected UK emissaries, and they saw a bunch of other people. Yeah, there was no photo op. It was just me doing my own photo ops. And then she posted this tweet saying this. Let me make this clear. Okay, make it clear for us because we're all confused. The binders were not given to us at the White House under any pretense where they contained damning Epstein information. Then why were you guys all holding it up and pretending like it was? Nobody told us what to do with these files. We did these things with these files on our own. Okay. Okay. AG Pam Bondi was pissed because the deep state swamp creatures lied to her and gave her the files in the binder, pretending the contents, yes, a nothing burger, were the complete Epstein documents. Why aren't you guys pissed? Okay, and this is what everyone is saying, that this is the new messaging, and I kind of agree with this. The messaging is this, that Pam Bondi is doing everything she can, Kash Patel is doing everything she can, and this is up to you to judge if this is true. Pam Bondi is doing everything she can. Kash Patel is doing everything he can. But the SDNY defied President Trump and AG Pam Bondi to subvert your votes. What do you think of that? Is that true? Or is this all going to be a nothing burger and everyone just stay pissed? I just don't know. Hey, yo, just finished an 11-hour day? Dang. It's exactly what you think it is. Trump and Cyrus... Isaiah 45, Trump is 45, commercial yesterday, Gaza, Rivera money, raining beard, belly dancers. I have to look into that. Remember when Geraldo opened that vault and nothing was in it? He should have gotten a binder today as well. Yeah, true. Dude, Geraldo. They expect camera slave influencers not to make a photo op. Yeah, exactly. No. Rikusu, that is the best shout out ever. You expect a bunch of people who enjoy their face being on the content of things, and okay, I fall victim for that. You call yourself the Derek O'Shea Show. I mean, you literally have your name in the title. I don't know what else to call this show. What should I call this show? The Idiot News Agency? Okay, what? But just seeing, the minute they see a camera, they're like... Oh, we don't actually want a photo op. Hold on. Wait, we need some camera noises. Hold on. Camera noises. A bunch of... Let's see if we could get... Only have one? Wait. Okay, it's enough. They're just we don't want the photo op. Stop putting the camera in front of us. Also, check this out. It's me. I might be out of touch, but I don't recognize any of them. Well, that's okay. You don't need to know. Seriously, there are so many influencers out there. I mean, you're watching this show. I also, please don't call me that ever. God, I hate that word. Ugh. God, there are so many people out there who are just prominent spokespersons, it's just hard to keep up. I don't know all their names either, but I'm so far in this world mentally that I do know a lot of their names. This country is a joke. Yeah, it's starting to feel like it. It's starting to feel like that. Geraldo did. He found the mummy. Is it me, or do Wheeler's pants look like they came from JCPenney? You think you talking about these pants? Man, those are some pants from JCPenney. Where you get them pants from, huh? What catalog that from? I'm so confused. Violet, welcome to the show. We're all confused. We're all confused by this entire rollout. I think this is brilliant. They are misdirecting the public with a bunch of duck lip wig heads so they can work out how they deflect from themselves. I do wonder. Stay tuned next week for AT&T presents the Epstein Files Phase 2, brought to you by Vizio. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's such a good shout out. They're waiting for some prominent companies to, sponsor the next phase. Who's going to sponsor us next? This first phase was sponsored by low quality conservative influencers. Next. Okay, some of them are good. Okay, they're fine. And if they ask me to be on their show, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Derek O'Shea, internet personality. The Gap. Old Navy. You think those pants are Old Navy? Casey and the Sunshine Band pants. That's a good shout out. I just love they're like, there was no pictures, please, no pictures, okay? Please. Okay, but the funniest part too is people were commenting on some of these Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever, Instagram posts. They all post, a couple of them posted the same thing. A couple of them actually posted exactly the same thing. Chad Prather says, today I met with President Trump and VP JD Vance and AG Pam Bondi, just to drop, name dropping. And Kash Patel in the Oval Office, they handed me a binder of the copy of the Epstein Files, the most transparent administration in American history. The best part, this is just the start. AG Pam Bondi confirmed that there are thousands more Epstein Files documents being secretly held by the SDNY, and they've been delivered to the DOJ by February 28th. So they're all being delivered by tomorrow. And here's, here's Chad Prather again. There was no photo op. We were all like, please put your cameras down. This is a serious matter. Please, no cameras. Oh crap, camera? Yeah, I got selected. In your face, Steven Crowder and Tim Pool. You'll never be me. I'm bigger than both of you combined. So you have Chad Prather saying that, and then literally the same thing. DC Drano says, today I met with President Donald Trump. It's literally word for word. Today I met with President Donald Trump, VP JD Vance, AG Pam Bondi, and FBI Director Kash Patel in the Oval Office. They handed me a binder of the copy of the Epstein Files. This is the most transparent administration in American history. Oh, God. Look, I love politics so much, but when you have like word for word, this is the most transparent administration in American history. Like they want you to hear that over and over again, and to where you're like sitting at home, you're like, don't you feel like this is the most transparent administration in American history? Is that a talking point, Derek? Maybe. Hey! I'm being authentic and genuine. I'm an influencer. I'm not tied down like you guys in corporate media. It's different. It's different when you guys do talking points than us. This is the most transparent administration in American history. Okay, if it's true, great. But also, why are you copying that? The best part, this is just the start. AG Pam Bondi confirmed that there are thousands more Epstein Files documents. Now, like, it's literally word for word. You can't write this. You can't make this up. And so people started noticing it, okay? And people started copying it and like, hey, you guys are saying the same things. Why is that? And DC Gerano says, I wrote that post myself. Nobody gave us talking points. I can't help if others share it. I wrote that post myself. And then my favorite part is at least Chad Prather comes out and says, because I copied and pasted. Wasn't prepared at all. I put that on Facebook with the intention of using it as a quote. Is that what you did, Trad? Is that what you did? I had full intention to be transparent, even though I wasn't. Okay. I'm doing the best that I can, man. I'm literally thinking about this. I had full intention of being an honest individual, but I decided not to be honest. I wasn't prepared. I just copied and pasted by accident. It's stuff like this that happens. Okay, let's see. Let's see your post, Chad. Let's see your post. Because it doesn't look like there's any quotes anywhere. Maybe you're a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. Unbelievable. They're trying out manifesting. Yeah, exactly. I'm manifesting something that happened in the past, and yet things are different in the future. Again, don't be one of these people. There are so many people that are on the right that are like, they get so triggered when you call out your own side. They're like, hey, we're doing this together. Like, okay, but also you guys are literally cringy and you're copying and pasting each other, and you're not. And this is why I hate so much of like some of these X algorithms that like you will be scrolling on X and it's like the same post with the same video, the same things over and over again. And you're like, I feel like I'm living in a fucking loop. I feel like I can't break free of this. There's no original thought with anybody. We're all in our bubble. It's like the corporate media is in a bubble. And it's like, so are a lot of us. So a lot of us. Rather not the brightest bulb in the actuary. Yeah, 100%. He's not the brightest bulb at all. Permission is transparent except for the part where the black Sharpies are running out of ink. Exactly. They have become the legacy media so quickly, and I totally agree. Like, I think we've gotten to the point now where some of these podcasters, pick podcasters you feel like you can trust or feel like they're not bought and paid for. I hope you can trust me. I get stuff wrong all the time. I'll tell you that. I'm never going to try to be over the top with stuff unless like and I will tell you if I'm being over the top. I don't want you to feel on edge. I don't want you to feel like life is ending in every second of your life. I don't want you to feel like that if you don't tune into me, your life is going to be ruined for the rest of your life, or like I have the exclusive information and everyone else, every other podcaster is full of crap, but not me. I'm the one that's real. I have my own crap I deal with. You know what I mean? I'm human. But I will tell you this for damn sure. And all jokes aside, I joke about taking Russian money and all that kind of stuff. I will never, ever, ever, ever be bought and paid for. That's not me. That's not me. I will always be the one that gets in trouble in class. If the whole class goes to the right, I will probably end up on the left. I can't help it. I'm not one of these people who are just following the leader. I can't help it. I always will ask questions. If they tell me, if I was ever in that room full of Republicans and they're like, hey, this is the talking point and what we're giving you guys to say, you're never going to see me do a talking point ever. Ever. And if I find myself doing a talking point, I'm going to change it. I can't help it. I cringe at my own content sometimes. I don't want it. This was supposed to be funny. Yeah. So what do you think about who we should trust, government, media, or internet people? That's such a deep question. I don't know. I think you need to figure it out for yourself. Find people you trust. I'm over the top constantly. Me too. If you're in the position as a podcaster, you're not going to challenge the administration quickly, thinking it's going to evaporate quickly as it happened. If you're in the position as a podcaster, you're not going to challenge the administration so quickly. That is true. There's a lot of people's money and their families are online that they have to stay in line. There's a reason some prominent podcasters seem to do well out of nowhere, or they get invited onto shows. Just know that. I trust humble, goofy ginger boy. Okay. Okay, I'll try. Okay, Derek, you're going to need to prove your loyalty like Team America. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Yeah. I'll prove my loyalty. I'll do whatever it takes. Look, if Elon Musk is like, you need to suck my toes. Oh, I'm going to do it. No problems. No problem whatsoever. And some people are already posting out some of these things. So like, here's like a section from today's Epstein files that were secretly dropped that everyone needs to be stoked about. So there was a portion of today's files that were redacted, and people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is redacted." But here's what's already been put out. Like some of these files that were dropped today, we already have the full.
Will super chatted $5 from Willie FM Radio. Skull.
Oh my God.
Skull.
Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That was so many skulls. New name for the show, Humble Ginger Boy. I'm just a humble ginger boy trying to figure out what's going on in the world. I trust Derek most when he's singing. Oh, well, I just did. You're welcome. What percentage of internet personalities are bought? That's probably a really good question. I don't know. Probably more than you think is what I would say. It took him a second to get it, but he got it. I'm trying. Humble, goofy, ginger boy, fun time show. Okay, done. Dude, have you ever seen the total AstroTurf job that the MYD ass touch beating Rogan? No way. Oh, the Midas stuff? Is that what we're talking about? Beating Rogan? Yeah, I believe it's paid for. And there's no way Rogan is being beat that easily. But there might, when the... Oh, my God.
From Willie FM Radio. Skull.
Oh my God. It's too much.
Well, Willie FM Radio just made a donation, and it came with a message. I must say, I looked at the message and gave it some contemplation. It's for skull emojis, all I can say. They sent $5. That's quite a sum, but the message is spooky. It's making me dumb.
What happened
Willie
to Trump's
FM
voice?
Radio, what's your game? Are you haunted by ghosts or just plain dumb? Willie FM Radio Blues, coming at me with those skull emojis. Willie FM Radio Blues, giving me chills, and I don't know why.
Does Trump have the flu? What? That sounded like my voice not too long ago. Rips up to 300 million ruble. Check ginger integrity. Yeah. I will take all the rubles. I like how the last call didn't have the final cadence. Me too. Midas Touch is unhinged media. They really are unhinged. They're terribly unhinged. But here's some. We did get some new names being dropped. Now, a lot of these names I think are just part of Epstein's call logs. So, I mean, again, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, we have Kevin Thompson, Donald Trump, Ed Turtle. I don't know who these people are. Tuttle, Bruce Willis, Daniel Wilson, Courtney Wild. A lot of names I don't know. These are all part of his call list. Michael Jackson is right here. Michael freaking Jackson is at the top. Wait, Michael Jackson is at the top right here. I can't believe he's a part of that call log. Who is redacted name? I want to know who that is. Tell me who that name is. Bill Richards. I mean, and these are just Ghislaine Maxwell's at the top. Alan Dershowitz. Surprise. Leonardo DiCaprio, Bill Clinton. I mean, these are just from his call logs. These aren't like we have full information. Johnny Cash. Yeah, exactly. But okay, this is where I think it's hilarious right here. This is my favorite part, is that there are some influencers out there who are not happy about not being chosen. Just not happy about it whatsoever. I mean, look at Laura Loomer was like very angry about not being chosen. There are no Epstein files. The binders are props. Every single one of those right-wing paid influencers lied to all of you today. They engage in deception to run cover for PDFs. They posted selfies with prop binders, liars and deceivers. Never, ever cross Laura Loomer. She will come after you with her full steam. I mean, even Laura Loomer is going out. Can we talk about how Pam Bondi was the attorney general of Florida the entire time Jeffrey Epstein was young girls in Florida? How come she never shut him down? I mean, she is going ham on Pam Bondi. That is a good question, though. I'm not totally sure. And here's another one. Did you know that Pam Bondi was a Democrat before she became a Republican and she supported Jeb Bush over Donald Trump in 2016? Is Pam Bondi a Scientologist? Did anyone ever bother to investigate? How come I know more about Matt Gaetz's life than Pam Bondi's beliefs? Trump administration, you should have invited her. She's coming for you now. She's coming.
I'm gonna come.
Apparently, there are hidden videos of people caught in the act with minors. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that FBI has many files and that Jeffrey Epstein himself like categorized each one of these as evidence and blackmail. Every single one of these. Laura Loomer being salty about Trump's job. Yeah, what's new though? What's new? I love Laura. She's like one of those influencers. Like if you cross her, she's one of those like bipolar people that are like, if you cross me, I am never talking to you ever again. No such thing as forgiveness. Never. You're like, okay, whoa. Maybe that's why you're single. Just saying. Just saying. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you're single. I don't know. She's savage. She is savage. Didn't we all support George Bush back in the day? Yes, of course we did. A lot of us didn't know about George Bush and how much of a rhino he is. It should have been Matt Gaetz. Yeah, it should have been. The downfall of Matt Gaetz should be studied forever. Like, what happened to him? I mean, he went from like one of the most prominent people on the right for politics, and now has like a cringy show on OAN. Like, yeah, just like, what happened to you, dude? Did you actually do what allegedly you said that you didn't do? I mean, I'm just like, what is going on? I just want to know. Heard Matt Gaetz is supposed to be assigned to special prosecutor. We'll see. I don't know. Don't hold your breath on that one. Do not hold your breath on that one. This is what I wanted today to feel like. I wanted today to feel like I was like going to get my face melted off by some heavy rock music, and I was going to lose my mind with these new Jeffrey Epstein files. Why was today not like this? I should have been feeling like this the entire day. Oh my God, it's Willie. That guy rocks. Now, if you want to read these files, I'll post it in the chat. Here's the link to the actual files of that. I'm telling you, that's Willie. That's Willie to the T right there. So Will, thanks so much for that $5 super chat too, my friend. My hope is that Bondi and Patel will carry out justice even if Trump or Elon screws up. Me too. I mean, you always want to hope for that. That rock is amazing. It truly is amazing. So if you want to actually...
Chris Koch super chatted $5, just dropping a couple bucks.
Hey.
Thanks for the show.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much for always supporting a show like this. It means a lot. It helps to grow this show and one day become a full-time job, and we can have more fun full-time. I appreciate you for the $5. It means a lot to me supporting the show. It really, 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 really does. I know that money is not easy to give up. I can't wait for Donald Trump to sing about that. I'm excited about that. So if you want to go to this website, I mean, here's somewhat what the files look like. I looked through some of these files, and it's just like, it's one of these files that are not meant for anybody who's not autistic. Like, there is just so much nothing. Cell phone containing black drive, 1 space drive. I mean, these are all things that in which he owned. Here's some of the flight logs that we've already seen. These flight logs, of course. We've already seen some of these flight logs. Jeffrey Del Coleman. There he is.
Just dropping a couple bucks. Thanks for the show.
Chris just dropped a few bucks, thought he'd try to impress, but his donation was a joke, a total mess. $5 ain't gonna cut it, not by a long shot. If he wants my intention,
don't listen
he's
to
gotta
him. I enjoy
bring
it.
more than that.
No, your $5 is
He's
fine.
being generous,
No, your
but he's
$5 is
just
fine.
wasting his time.
Your $5 is great.
$5 is nothing.
No, it's enough.
It's a dime compared to mine.
God, Trump AI could be a real sometimes. I apologize for that. Your $5 is plenty. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. That's a lot of money. It's probably more than I've ever given any streamer. So a lot of flight logs. Thank you for that $5 super chat. But just nothing. I mean, hard writing to read, stuff we've already seen. A lot of these files are already public. So today was a photo op. Today, and that's what I want to get down to today. Honestly, today was a photo op. Today was the administration concerned about language and how to drop things. Today, if there was actually anything in these files for us to get excited about, to look into, to find out what's going on, something would have happened. We would have learned something. We learned nothing. The only thing we learned is that they were given files and then they made them public. But these files, a lot of these files are already public. And it's just so cringy. Like, let's get to the real stuff. I rather have news story after news story about how the New York is just not allowing it to happen. That would be more helpful. But instead, we're like doing these weird things with influencers. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. But again, if you are mad because you didn't get them, I just want you to know you're a sucker. The documents are mine. You'll never have the Jeffrey Epstein files. Thank you guys for being here. And I apologize. Look, I just want to apologize. Sometimes the show is crazy and we have a good time, we have fun, and we make laughs. But sometimes something epic gets dropped before our eyes, and I want to go through it with you guys. I want to experience it with you. I want to go through the emotions with you. I want to enjoy it. I want to critique it. I want to go to town on it. And tonight was one of those nights. I still have a lot of funny videos that I've been compiling throughout the week to get through, and hopefully we'll talk about that tomorrow a little bit more. But I just wanted to break all this stuff down because I think it's important. You know, a huge scandal, the biggest scandal of my generation, the Epstein files, and this is the kind of crap in which we're getting. Let's do better. Do better, Trump. Do better. I want him to do better. My cat was purring with resentment. I don't get it. I hate how Trump criticizes super chats. Yeah, the Trump AI is a bit of a jerk when it comes to super chats. He's always like, give more. I'm not that kind of person, okay? I'm not going to start a meme coin and then pull the rug on you guys. I learned that the right also lies and thinks bare minimum is grand gesture. There you go. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, Arugasu. And this is why I will never be invited to things like that, no matter how big I get, because I can't help it. I'm gonna call it the right. I'm gonna call it the left. It's just in my nature. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm not just going to fall in line. I'm not just going to be a part of some kind of psychotic cult. I don't put my hope in politics or in this world. And then it was all redacted. A lot of it is redacted. All right, guys, I've had so much fun tonight. If you don't mind dropping a like. Oh.
Zed in Oklahoma super chatted $5.03. Chris is a cheapskate, no offense.
Thank you so much for that $5.03 super chat. Chris is a cheapskate. Thank you so much. Man, Chris, you got called out, brother. You got called out, brother. You gonna take that? You gonna take that from somebody from Oklahoma? Red. That $3 makes a difference. It feeds my children every day. Would you support and help the O'Shea family in feeding their children every day? We gotta wait for Trump AI. Wait for Trump AI to drop, and then we'll be out of here. We got Z 2 cents and then some. Yeah. Look, and that 3 cents covers a little bit more of what YouTube steals from me. YouTube steals so much money from super chats. It's ridiculous. All right, Trump AI, drop it on us like it's hot. Come on, Trumpet. Look out when I get more money. I'll get another nickel. Yeah, Chris, save up. Save up for a week, man. Save up for a week. Save up for a week. I was watching some Trump administration to be dropped about AI. I forgot what I was saying. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I was thinking this Trump AI was going to be dropped. Hold on, let me see. Where are we at? It better not be frozen. Watch it be frozen. You give to a streamer and it's not even working. Okay, it's moderation. Hold on. Okay, here we go. It says it's ready to go. Come on, Trump. Where's this AI? Come on. I think it's frozen. I'm sorry. Trump AI is not working at the moment. What the heck, dude? I'm so sorry. It's frozen. It's like frozen on time. What a cheapskate. I apologize for that. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you, Z, for that 3 cents extra. It means a lot to me. I'm sorry that AI didn't have time to write you a song.